Okay, so we modeled, we rigged, now we're ready to animate. Once the model is complete and fully rigged, the animators can begin giving life to the character. Because what does animation actually mean? It does not mean move something. It means to give life to. That's the big secret. There are two ways to animate a character. You can do keyframe animation, or you can do motion capture. What's the difference? Glad you asked. Keyframe animation. Keyframe animation derives from the earliest form of animation. The animator determines the main points of an action and draws these points as keys. A key drawing or a keyframe would be the extremes of a motion. A keyframe in animation and filmmaking is a drawing that defines the starting and ending points of any smooth transition. So because only 2 or 3 keyframes over the span of a second do not create the illusion by itself, the remaining frames are filled in with in-betweens. So back in the day, what we would be thinking about here is some old drawings of Captain Hook, and he is tasked with putting on his hook hand, right? So the key animator or the lead animator would define the poses for the extremes of each movement. Okay, so here he is about to bring up the hook. So you're going to draw that where he stands and where he looks like. Here is the hand at the extreme of the movement, and then he brings it down and connects it to his wrist there. So these would be the keyframe drawings. And then somebody else, perhaps another animator that isn't the lead animator, would go in and draw all the missing drawings in there to give it smooth motion. These are called in-betweens, as you can see, 1, 2 drawings in between. Now this is a simplified view of it. But these in-between drawings were handled by an animator called a tweener or an in-betweener. And so that word in between or tween, you will find in all the animation programs. When you are specifying, the computer actually handles the in-betweening drawings now, or actually the movement of the 3D object. So the computer itself is the tweener. You are the keyframe artist for keyframe animation. Okay. So keyframe animation is considered the true art of animation. It's based on an animator interpreting the motions of an object and making a static object give off the illusion of life. Now, Pixar and Disney always keyframed, and they would never use motion capture technology. That was kind of their hard and fast rule for a long time. They considered it cheating. They said, that's not real animation, that's cheating, motion capture, which we'll talk about here in a second. However, that's not always the case. Lately, they've been using motion capture in their Pixar and Disney films, surprisingly. And it's making a lot of true animation enthusiasts and purists, a bit shocked and aghast. The stories they tell traditionally have made mocap fairly impossible to do. Stories of toys, perhaps, strange animals and rats, humans doing impossible things. Look at the short story Lifted, where somebody is being taken up, UFO. You can't motion capture somebody being lifted out of a bed without tons of wires. Or a little rat that cooks. You can't motion capture a rat or toys coming to life. In the ending credits of Pixar's film Ratatouille, a stamp appears labeling the film as 100% pure animation, no motion capture. That's what they say. You could check that out for yourself.
Please don't go away. Please. No one's ever stuck with me for so long before. And if you leave, I remember things better with you. I do. It's there. I know it is, because when I look at you, I can feel it. And I look at you and I'm home.
Don't Don't worry, Woody. In just a few hours, you'll be sitting around a campfire with Andy making delicious hot schmoes.
They're called s'mores, Buzz.
Right, of course.
You walk around telling me what to do, what not to do, trying to make me be like you. Well, I'm not going to be like you.
Oh, finally. Ugh. Hey, who's got my hat?
Look, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Aha, give me that.